I'm sorry, we got interrupted in our story time. Let's see, I think we were right about here, and the girls washed the dishes with soap. No, we're farther than that. The girls sat back and admired the dishes. Suddenly Violet cried, "Oh, I know where I will put them. Come and see what I found in the car last night." Both girls looked in at the door. "Look at the door on the other side of the car," said Violet. All Jessie saw were two pieces of wood nailed to the closed door of the car. But she knew at once what was in Violet's mind. She ran to get the board that they had carried from the dump and laid it carefully across the two pieces of wood. It made a fine shelf for the dishes. A shelf. Do you guys have shelves at home? I bet you do. "There," said Jessie. The children could hardly wait to put the shining dishes on the shelf. "Let's put them on now," said Violet, "and see how they look," without waiting to rinse them. When they were on the shelf, Violet picked some white and yellow flowers and put them in a cup full of water in the middle of the shelf. "There," said Jessie, stepping back to look at it. "You said there 3 times," remarked Benny happily. "So I did," replied Jessie, laughing, "and I'm going to say it again." She pointed into the woods and said, "There." Henry was coming through the woods, and he carried many funny-looking bundles in his arms. But when he would not open his bundles or tell what he had been doing until it was time for dinner. "Where did you get the dishes?" he cried when he saw the shelf. "We went exploring," said Violet, "and found a big dump." The children began telling him about the treasures. Benny told him about the tin cans and his pink cup and his wheels. Jessie looked out the big kettle, and Jessie took out the big kettle and asked him about building a fire. "We want to use the dishes to eat from," she told him, "and it's hard to get them clean in cold water." So Henry made a small fire in an open place where it could not burn anything. He put big stones all around it. "Oh, he's really smart. He's being safe." "We ought to have a fireplace," he remarked. Jessie cleaned the kettle with sand and filled it with water. Then Henry put it on the fire. Soon the water was boiling, and Jessie rinsed the dishes carefully. "Now I know they're clean enough to eat from," she said happily. And that's the end of chapter 5. So our next story time will be on chapter 6. Thank you for spending time with me during our fun story time. I really enjoy reading with you. I love you, and have a good day, or maybe it's in the evening. Have a good night, and remember to be kind to your brothers and sisters, and help Mommy and help Daddy with all the chores around the house. And when it's time to eat, be thankful for your food. Have a good day. Have a good night. I love you. Hugs and kisses. Hugs. Kisses. 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 Talk to you soon.